Well, good Saturday morning and welcome to Barking Bird. It is well, it's a foggy but not particularly cold Saturday morning here. Well, for December. I mean, the thermometer says 65 right now. That's at very least chilly. We're supposed to have highs in the 80s all week, though, I've heard. So that's a good thing. I like that. That's actually about perfect temperature for me. But it is Saturday morning, and this isn't your weekly weather report. It is time for an eggnormous burrito and a bunch of garage sales. Oh, forgot the coffee, didn't I? Yeah, coffee. Well, that's okay, because I forgot the burrito, too. And we got a croissant again this week, because apparently they forgot to take the tortillas out of the freezer at Burger King. Imagine. Anyway, there is not a lot going on today. We're headed to a church sale, first off. I've never actually been to a church sale, but it seems like there's going to be a lot there, and it's in a decent neighborhood, so I don't know, I'm kind of optimistic for the prospects there. Then there are a number of yard sales around St. Augustine today that I will hit, and then, of course, in my ongoing effort to get my inventory under control, I need to be home early. I've got, boy, it's been a good fourth quarter. Believe me, I'm not complaining at all, but my wife is complaining. It's there's a lot of mess right now. My mother-in-law is showing up next week. Won't be yard selling next week. Gonna go to Holiday Matsuri, another anime and cosplay convention with my daughter. We're gonna go out of town for 3 days. It's a very, very big one apparently, and we're gonna go get our geek on again. Anyway, I'm gonna get out here to hit some yard sales, and we will show you at the end what we've accomplished. See you then. Well, it says this is a church sale. Maybe it is, but it sure isn't at a church. That's a little suspicious, isn't it? Anyway, let's see what we find. Morning. Excuse me.
No, I know you're not laughing at me, both of y'all.
So I'd be having the same reaction, believe me.
But just kind of look at me.
I'm not scared of them, but they do tend to.
Something jumps out at me like that. I'm about to have it.
I need to see them pop up on my living room floor and I'm like, where did you come from? Oh.
And they're looking like. What are you looking at? Well, I'm glad I gave y'all a laugh this morning. Got it by next year.
Well, I'm not sure exactly what that was, but it's not a church sale. Looks like somebody's old flea market stuff that's been sitting outside in the moisture. Everything there is, and I mean pretty much, I didn't see everything, but darn near everything out there is water damaged. I really don't like being lied to. Morning. I see $40 on the golf clubs. Would you take 20? We talk to him. Okay.
Yeah.
Those are kind of.
Golf clubs.
What? How much are they?
It says 40. Those are just most of them are, well, a lot of them are just donations.
Right.
A lot of them just have no value at all. But I mean, like all the woods are.
All right.
Well, actually, maybe that one. 20's good.
Sure.
Okay.
Will you take the cover and the things too?
If I have to. I'll throw those away, yeah.
Okay.
If that makes it easier on you.
Yes, please. Thank you,
There
sir.
you go. Well, this is what I get to do when I'm yard selling, is drive along Florida's Highway A1A. We've got over to the left here, probably can't see, is the beach dunes with the houses on it, and the ocean is just on the other side of that. You go this way about a half a mile, you've got the intercoastal waterway. It's pretty cool. But folks actually get to live here. I don't get to live this close to the water. I don't know that I could afford to. Not just the cost of the property, but the cost of rebuilding stuff. And that house, there's a house that has been in repair for about 5 years after a hurricane. The beach actually washed out underneath it. The dunes washed out underneath it, and it's fallen down. Not all the way to the ground, but it's in danger of it. You can see here's more of the beach dunes. Again, right on the other side of that is the ocean, maybe 100 feet over. It's kind of a beautiful thing that we get to be a part of here. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. I got a selfie with Bigfoot, so I'm good.
Oh. I like the Bigfoot.
He's cool, right?
Sort of like him. He's cool. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. You need another bag?
Hey.
Good.
Yeah. What's going on? Y'all having fun?
Oh yeah.
Good, good.
Getting work done and trying to organize and put back what we can and
There you go. There you go.
just the cowboy boots.
They look like good work boots.
Well, thanks for stopping by anyway.
I didn't see this over here.
Got a picture with Bigfoot.
I mean, you know,
Not every
life
day
doesn't
that happens.
life doesn't get much better than that. And y'all don't have any old video game stuff, golf clubs, tennis rackets, baseball bats?
No.
Okay, just thought I'd ask.
I'm going to North Carolina, so my boyfriend could probably wear them in the snow.
Well, there you go.
That's what they're for. That's what I bought them for. To go up there. What part of North Carolina?
Let me see here. Try a little better.
There you go. That's awesome.
All right, here we are a few days later. And as you just saw, Saturday was not particularly eventful. What did get done was, I mean, it wasn't a complete waste, but it is that time of year. And as I stated, I had to get home to take care of some Amazon stuff, get inventory under control, that sort of thing. I'm hoping to get a video out next week. I can't promise next week though, because it will be Christmas and I've got a lot going on still. But I'm hoping to get a video out next week about Amazon. It will come here in the near future about some of the stuff I'm doing and how to get started up that way. Anyway, but for this, again, how can you call it a failure when you get to drive along A1A? Along the beach, you get to hang out with Bigfoot, and heck, you get to make a little bit of money anyway. So with that, here's what we found. First thing, now I bought all these golf clubs. It was that one bag that you saw. We paid $20 for that, and it'll bring a little bit. That's the only purchase we made this week. First golf club that we find in there, and this was kind of the one that made it worthwhile in addition to what was obvious there. It is a Cleveland Tour Edition 485 60-degree BQ wedge. The BQ wedge is beryllium copper. They do tend to, if it's name brand, it does tend to go for something. And you can see this one is Cleveland. I don't think I've ever seen a Cleveland BQ wedge before, but the BQ, the beryllium copper, is a little softer and therefore more in demand. One thing you need to pay attention to on those are the grooves. Make certain the grooves aren't worn down badly. The softer metals do tend to wear down the grooves. This club is not actually legal. It is a square groove. It says right here on the bounce, you probably can't see that. It's a square groove, and golf is currently in a non-square groove era. It seems to go back and forth. I'm not certain exactly why. I know why the square grooves aren't typically legal, or frequently aren't legal. You get more spin on the ball that way, and it gives a bit of an unfair advantage to those that can play the club well. Takes a little challenge out of the golf course. But anyway, we're going to give that one a purchase price of $5, and it'll go for about $45. The next one we have here is this Bullseye Putter. Nothing special here, just kind of a little bread and butter item. It does have its original grip on it, if you can see that original leather grip. You do not see very many of those. That should bring that value up a little bit. I'm going to have to do a little more research on the specific model, but that one initially anyway will go for, well, we're going to give that a purchase price of $5, and it'll go for about $15. It could go for a little bit more than that. I don't really expect it to. Then we have this Callaway S2H2 5-wood with a Callaway graphite shaft in it. It is a stiff shaft. That'll bring the value up a little bit. You can see this. It is in, it's actually really in pretty decent shape. We're going to give that a purchase value of $0 because we're using up that $20 that we spent, and it'll go for about $20. The next one is another Callaway wood, metal wood. It is the Heavenwood 7-wood. And you can't really see that in there with that light is kind of getting us there. But I spent a little time, this area right in here, looks like it's caved in a little bit. Most of the pictures that I see, it looks the same way. So I guess it's supposed to be that way. I'm not that familiar with this club. I don't see any obvious dents in there or impact marks that would make it collapse like that, so I'm going to assume it's supposed to be that way, at least for now, unless I come up with something different. That's got a metal stiff shaft in it. That one, again, purchase value of 0. It'll go for about 15. I may actually take that one out to the range and hit it a few times just to see what it's like. And then the main course for this whole thing, it is a set of Tommy Armour 845S irons. I'm trying to get that where you can see it without the reflection. It is 2 through sand wedge. Don't find them that complete very often. We bought those for $10. Got a little excited about that. The first one of those I pulled out to look at had a brand new S300 shaft in it, and the second one I pulled out had the same dynamic gold S300. I said, oh, good, great, new shafts on all these. And then I pulled the rest of them out. Those are the only 2 that had it. I really thought it might be worth a little bit more. I don't think that hurts the value much. Again, paid $10 for that set. We're going to get right about $95 for it. So all up, we spent $20 on Saturday. We got stuff worth about 215 bucks. That leaves us about a $200 difference, and then eBay's going to get their hands on some of that. They get about $31. Made 169 bucks in a couple hours. That's not crushing it, but again, it's that time of year. There's not a lot out there right now. It'll pick up again in January and February. And again, if I get to drive along the coast and I get to hang out with Bigfoot, I mean, heck, life doesn't get a lot better than that. Anyway, I won't be yard selling this next weekend. I am going with my little girl. We are going to another anime and cosplay convention. We're going to go get our geek on. It is a big, big, big convention apparently in Orlando. We're going to spend 3 days down there and just have a good time and hang out. You'll probably get some pictures in the next video of that. As embarrassing as that might be to me. But anyway, that's where I'm going to be. And if I don't see you between now and then, Merry Christmas. I do think I'll probably get something out next week. But in the meantime, bear down.